Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, I'll be doing a discussion about what happened on the Wrestlemania 40 kickoff press conference event. Now, we started off with the panel, and the panel is with Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, Big E, and CM Punk. Which, by the way, shout out to Big E, and shout out to CM Punk. It was so nice seeing Big E again, and it's nice to hear like an update on his neck that his neck is doing good. He's doing better. It's always nice to hear that. And then CM Punk, he just got out of surgery like a week ago, so he's healing from that. But yeah, the main topic is basically what's gonna happen with the main event. Like, who's Cody gonna choose? Like, what's the main event of WrestleMania going to be? And woo, I we gonna get to what happened with that. But first, let's talk about Bianca Belair. She was well, actually no. First, it started with Triple H, and Triple H talking about WrestleMania, um, like it was like the evolution of WrestleMania, starting from when it first started in 1985 to to the different eras, and he said that we are in a different era, a new era. This is like a new WWE. This is this has definitely changed, and it's gonna be the biggest WrestleMania ever. Um, I'm still shook from what just happened. I didn't watch it like live. I waited until it was done, and then I watched it on my own. But I'm still shook of what just happened on how it ended. Woo! Um. Then after that, Bianca Belair came out and she talked about like her WrestleMania moments of when she went against Sasha Banks at WrestleMania 37 and made history. And her and Sasha being the two black women to main event WrestleMania, and she won the SmackDown Women's Championship. Then she fought Becky the next year and won the Raw Women's Champion, and then she beat Asuka to retain her Raw Women's Championship in last year's WrestleMania. Now she said that this WrestleMania is different because she's not going to be champion coming to WrestleMania. She said that she doesn't know what lane or what kind of road she will be in for this year's WrestleMania, but she knows that she's going to be involved in this road to WrestleMania. And then after that, we went into Rhea Ripley, and she talked about um, Bailey choosing Io Sky. She said Io Sky. I was like, oh, oh, I don't know if it's a botch or not. If it's not a botch, then that mean they're going to change her name back to how it originally was in on NXT. Well, we'll have to see. But anyway, she was she was doing her promo and was talking about her like before going to WrestleMania. She has her own WrestleMania, which will be Elimination Chamber, which will be in her home country, where she'll be defending against Nia Jax, and then as she was about to like wrap up and about to say like mommy's on top, Becky Lynch came out and interrupted her, and then she says, and she talked about her qualifying and being in the women's elimination, being inside the elimination chamber match for the first time in her career, and she said she's gonna win it, and she's gonna fight Rhea for the championship if she can beat Nia, um, and have it be like mommy versus the man, and again they had an intense stare down. Adam Pearce had to get involved and had to separate them two, and then let's just say the main event of this event. um, Seth Rollins comes out and he's like talking about like his road to WrestleMania, and he's like, I'm not the person who's gonna make. I'm not the person who needs to make that choice. So let's bring out the person who needs to make this decision. And he was announcing Cody, and as he was like announcing for Cody to come, Roman comes out, and then they're two throwing little digs at each other, like Seth saying, "Wow, you actually came for work for once. Good to see you." And then Roman saying, "Well, I see you with your wife's shoes on." They throwing little jabs, throwing little digs at each other, and then Roman says that he calls Cody Mr. Hesitation. Um, and then he says, I'm going to choose who I will face for WrestleMania. And he chose The Rock, which, by the way, throughout that whole event, The Rock was getting like mixed reactions. Like, there was a lot of people that loved The Rock, but there was a lot of people that booed him. Booed him and said that Rocky sucks and like Rocky chants. And kind of same thing for Cody, because on there a lot of people said we want Cody, and a lot of people say no, we don't. So it was very split for Cody, just like how it was kind of split for The Rock. Um, The Rock came. His promo started off like how Rock regularly starts it, and then he kind of turns it, and we were starting to get like heel Rock, like more heelish version of The Rock. Um, but yeah, he had a whole like image of like the blood of like the family tree of the bloodline, and then talking about him and Roman will be the biggest main event of WrestleMania, and then um, he talked about his grandfather and Roman's grandfather, um, and yeah, it seemed like it was gonna be Roman versus The Rock, which I was really nervous about. I was like, oh no. And then Cody comes out and said, hold on, hold on, hold on. He says, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. I I did not expect that. I had to rewind it because it caught me off guard so much. And then Cody was like, Cody was talking to Roman, and he was like, you don't have the right to make the decision. It's my right to make the decision of who I choose to face, because I'm the one who won the Rumble. And then he's like, Rock, me and you had conversations, wonderful conversations, and then he made his decision, and the decision he made was to go against Roman, and I was happy. I'm not gonna lie, I was so happy. I was like, thank God. He chose Roman, and that will be the main event. And then things definitely got heated. It it got real hot. Up in that event, like the tension. He because Roman was like, you're irrelevant. He was like, last year what was your year. He was like, you're not even a chapter in my. He's like, you're only a chapter to my book. And like, no one cares about you. Finish your story. You are just as irrelevant as your dad is, as your dad was. I was like, ooh. and then Coach said, here we go, and go meet your family again. And then he said, if you want to talk about family, let's talk about family. How's Jay doing? And that struck a nerve, with Roman, because Roman was taking off that jacket, and then he said, and then he told Roman, since we want to talk about family, let's talk about family. He said, if your grandfather was here, and if High Chief Peter Maivia, The Rock's grandfather, was here, both of them would be very disappointed in you. And the look on Roman's face, that hit somewhere that it has never hit before. And then The Rock. I don't know if The Rock like went off script. I don't even know if there's even a script with this. I feel like The Rock went off script, because I have never heard so many bleep. Like I've never like heard so many like bleeps, like so many like when they were going at it, like bleeped out, like just so it was crazy. I can't even put it into words. So here's the thing: The Rock, who was standing next to Roman, which was very interesting. He was like, he was telling Cody, we, with indicating him and Roman, we talk about our family, but you talking about his family. When you talk about his family, you talk about my family. You talking about his ancestors. You're talking about my ancestors. If you're talking about his blood, then you talk about my blood. And then he said, "We got a problem." And then as soon as he said that, he slapped the hellfire and brimstone out of Cody. And Cody and Seth was trying to go at it, but then Nick and Triple H and Adam Pearce, who was kind of creepy, just in case something does pop off, like got involved and separated them. They was being free with the cussing, especially Rock. I was like the match that they bleeped Rock out was crazy, and Seth too. I was reading lips. I saw so many F words. I said some say shit, the bullshit, all that, and then Rock was and then the panel was talking about what happened, and then and then an interview was getting interviewed backstage, and then Rock and Roman was passing by him, and then Rock said, "This is bullshit." And he said, "Now you want to talk shit about my family?" And Triple H was telling him like you were out of line. And then Rock said, "Nah, you gotta fix this. You were talking shit about my family. Let me talk shit about my family." And then I don't know what he said. I was trying to read his lips, but it got Triple H and Jackie, the woman who was interviewing Triple H, shook. I was like, I want to know what he said. But it was like the fact that it was like a long bleep. I was like, oh Jesus! I know he said he said the F word. I know he said the F word. I just don't know what else he said. Like unless he called him a cunt too. unless he called him a motherfucking cunt. But either way, I was like, whoa. I'm like, I've never seen The Rock be like that ever. Like even when he was healed before, he has never went like this hard, like regarding like the attitude and like the cussing. I've never seen that side, and yep. I'm very intrigued on what's gonna happen up until WrestleMania. Now I feel like it is official. It will be official that we will see Roman and Cody, but I also feel like it might change. Like I feel like two things will happen. Either A, they're going to make it into a triple threat match with Roman versus Rock versus Cody, or they will have like The Rock accompany Roman. But yeah, it seems very, very interesting, and I'm very intrigued. I just, woo. I did not expect things to get as heated as they did. When it got that heated, I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a different WWE. This is definitely a different era. Um, but yeah, I will say I am pleased with that press conference, because I was definitely excited, but I was really anxious. I was definitely really anxious, and I was definitely really nervous on who Cody was going to choose, because yeah, because however that would have ended, that would have either make or break WrestleMania regarding the main events in the men's side. But yeah, now for Seth, I feel like they're gonna do the same thing like they're doing for Rhea. They're gonna have a men's elimination chamber match, and whoever wins that match will fight Seth at WrestleMania. That's what I feel like it's gonna happen. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. Comment down below on your thoughts of the WrestleMania 40 kickoff press conference. Did you enjoy? Did you enjoy it, or did you not? And what did you think of that whole situation that happened between Roman, Cody, Rock, and Seth? It was just crazy. But let me know your thoughts on that, and don't forget to don't forget to like and subscribe. I can't talk correctly. I'm still shook. And don't forget to turn that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.